And we're live. Hi, Trish.
Hi.
So you're on the road to Tacoma?
Yes, I just got into Oregon. I came through Mount Shasta a little earlier, stopped at the headwaters and filled a bottle and ate some yogurt and still around and getting ready to go to Brighton Bush Hot Springs.
Nice. So Trish is actually pulling a trailer. Or no, you're going to pull the trailer back home.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have the trailer yet.
Yeah. So she is ending a 17-year business, passing the baton. She is letting go of her apartment in Tacoma, and she has made the decision to go full-time into Bisbee and pursue her new life full-time as opposed to going back and forth. Well, she'll still go back and forth, but she doesn't have the permanency of the apartment and that sort of stuff. So big decision, 2020 vision, you
Yes.
know?
I
Yeah.
basically, the clear vision I've created for myself and finally realized and allowed myself to breathe around is that I'll be traveling for work every couple months.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So Trish and I decided to hop on and do a Zoom today, and we'll download this. We'll put it on our YouTube channel and in our private group on YOUnicorn Way 444. And we do want to say hi to everyone. I just approved like another 20 people, so we're close, if not at 200 people in our private group now. Which again, that's YOUnicorn Way 444. If you look under groups. So that's been a lot of fun, and all sorts of new people, and it's inspiring.
That's
Gives you,
huge.
yeah,
That's huge. We can do a great huge celebratory 222 and of course 444 when we reach those numbers. Let's make sure we're doing a woohoo.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
huge.
And Trish and I were, we were DMing, and I was telling her that it's starting on Thursday. I pretty much just went into what I would call a soul food weekend, where everything that I've been watching on YouTube is only feeling good in the soul. And I've only been on Facebook just to post business stuff. I don't want to participate in, I don't even like seeing just anything that hurts when I look at it. I just don't, what's that?
Did you see the meme that I shared that was YOUnicorn Way's meme from last year that said
Yeah.
all this political stuff, but then here's me with my essential oils. That came up perfectly this morning. I was like, oh, still true.
Yeah, I mean,
Still
I saw one where like a mother had done something to kid. I was like, you know what? I just don't have it in me right now to even flip through it. I want nothing. I made a very strong commitment that I'm just like, I only want stuff that feels good coming in. So I have been watching a lot of Matt Kahn videos, um, which I just had them on, and I still have them on. That's all, just one after the.
I love that you've been sharing the links because a lot of those I've really, really enjoyed myself. And a couple of them I went to look at and went, oh, I only finished that one halfway through or whatever. And, being captive in the car for the last 3 days, I've pretty much been doing a soul food weekend right along with you, but just didn't realize it because that's all I do when I drive is I listen to that stuff. And I look at the scenery and I go, man, I'm blessed. Anytime I've been irritated about driving or tired or anything else, I'm like, look what I get to do.
Yeah.
Like, I get to hop in a car with my dog and drive a beautiful scenic route for 3 days, stop and see friends. Like, yeah, I'm just so blessed. So thank you for putting that in my purview that you were
Yeah.
in that space too.
And yesterday my neighbor invited me. She Her husband brought a bunch of fresh oranges from California, so I had a huge glass of fresh squeezed orange juice. She made bacon and eggs with some avocado slices. And Trish knows I do not eat runny eggs, and she had them perfectly cooked. It was just like it was it's just been necessary for me. The new moon in Aquarius it was really, you know, the first new moon of the year as well as the first new moon of a new decade, and so really important for me to really honor that and really pay attention to what I was feeling. And you know, I've let go of a lot of things that weren't serving me, but I still have some residual tie there, and so just continually doing the inner work. And what
Was this new moon for you? I'm laughing because I got drawn back into something briefly, but I got back out of it pretty easily. But I was going to ask you if the new moon, because I've been watching a couple other things like the Leo King and that turquoise-haired girl that does the astrology that he talks with. But have you been feeling a little bit of like self-doubt, like niggling in? Kind of like, I know when I was there, you were like expressing a little bit of like, really, is this all worth it? Am I on the right path? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, it feels like everybody's kind of coming up with that a little bit more than discernment, like a little bit tasting and feeling like self-doubt. That's why when I saw that one of his, I sent that to you. Nice.
that's what I've been working on. And you know, I've said it in several of our videos before, dream so big it scares the shit out of you.
Right.
And because there was excuse me, so much change from the last year. It really actually started 2 years ago, so an ending of an emotional cycle there. A lot of reflection this year, accepting and understanding the magnitude of my vision and my divine purpose and my divine timing, but really also knowing that I don't have to, like, am I doing enough? Am I manifesting good enough? It's a 4-year and Paladin is born on 444. It's like, no, really all that I have to do is just ground myself and be. And so that's really what the information coming in was doing, is it was confirming that I am right where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. This is my divine mission, my divine purpose. And all the other chatter is just chatter in my inner critic. And so Trish and I are doing the Dragon Tree 108-day transformational journal. And right now it's really on inner critic. And we've done The Artist's Way together too. That's another great book if you're wanting to. It comes down to doing morning pages and taking yourself on artist dates. But this 108-day transformational journal, it's just a quick intention in the morning page, basically a paragraph of just getting stuff out of your head, and then at night, gratitude. And so I think that also kind of spurred on my wanting nothing but just positive soul food going into my brain. And I really felt the difference too. I mean, I had so many moments yesterday that were just these light bulb epiphany moments, and I could just feel the energetic shift. One of them was on intention setting. I listened to that one probably 3 times, and it just was like, oh God, I really needed to hear that. The other one, forgiveness, that really stood out. And then the pain of loss was another one that, because last year, I felt like a good portion of the year just felt like devastation hit me, like total devastation. And like the Tower card, and it's not that it was surprising to me.
It
It's,
still hurts when it falls.
yeah, and ignore the red flags early and you pay the price later. So it's like I knew that this was coming, but I had to work on getting it out of my energetic field, and that's the residual that I feel. And so really listening to the videos just was like, okay, I can sit in the feeling of peace. And I think that was even the card that we pulled for our overall
Yes.
energy last
Yeah,
week. And so
it was.
it was, yeah, so I still just, like, I just have no desire, unless I'm posting for what we're doing business wise, to be on Facebook and wasting any time. I mean, I've limited down. I told you I was looking at my markers, and I maybe 5-10 minutes a day, and now it's like like maybe 20. Now I don't even want it to be, but the bare minimum. I maybe it's because too I'm seeing more and more of the political posts, and I want no part of it. I want no part of divide and conquer. I just
Right.
It's just too much on my soul, and my soul's purpose is not to be in activism right now. My sole purpose is to
And nothing's activated for love. Just
to
hold in
bring in
space.
love, to help people find their divine mission, divine purpose, to heal trauma. My days of activism are and have been over for quite some time with the Ron Paul stuff, and I'm so thankful for what I learned. It's opened my eyes to the reality of how the world works. But I I don't choose fear. I choose love, and so I just don't even want any of that in my field. And
Yeah, yeah.
as soon as I really started having these moments, these kind of epiphany moments, I it's just amazing how quickly, we can shift into, oh, I mean, I woke up this morning, it was like a little more pep in my step, you know,
Yeah.
it's just, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. So, just wanted to have a soul food weekend, and it just confirmed that divine mission, divine timing, true north, truth magic, you know, um, yeah, just confirmation. And
Maybe we should institute soul food weekends whenever the new moon comes. That feels like a really good support practice
yeah,
because we're bringing in new ideas, new vibration, new projects, new paradigm.
yeah, I'll actually share a few things that I used this new moon. I was gifted this many years ago, this beautiful piece of carnelian.
Oh, I
And
held that one that whole day when I was hurt. Remember?
yeah,
I held on
yeah.
to that all day.
And this is really, when I say sacral chakra trauma with my horse medicine, I'm really talking about the first three chakras. Um, that's really where we can go into survival mode and unnatural fight or flight. That's where we hold the trauma, not feeling safe. So getting that, especially the base chakra, just grounded is really important for the health of our body and our mind, body, spirit. And so I really worked with this because I just had a lot of inner critic coming in. Like Trish said, am I going to be able to do this? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? And so I had my excuse me, my carnelian, and you know, I also, the Christian pagan conflict, Trish and I are going over my old shows from LA Overground Railroad, and the Christian pagan conflict comes up for me in a lot of those shows. And you'll be hearing that as we continue those, but we're not really, maybe when she's here in the 15th, we'll finish the first episode. But right now, Trish has got a lot going on. So it's just better that we don't have a set schedule and put it out there, and then we are just disappointing ourselves because we don't follow through with it, because our lives, right, especially Trish's life right now.
We don't want to be in any perfectionism right now at all.
Yeah, no perfectionism.
Yeah, no perfectionism.
Yeah,
to be in the feminine energy and let things flow when they're supposed to.
But and the planets right now, the way the alignments are working out, it hasn't happened since the witch trials. And so I was telling Trish, like, you know, we don't have to repeat the same hysteria, but you can see the hysteria like playing out. I see it, like and that's another reason why Facebook, I just don't want to do it, because I see some people saying, like, you know, with the whole Jesus saves, and then the other people, like, you know, fuck Christians, and it's just like, I love them both. I don't like shitty people, mean people, evil people, especially if you're fucking with kids. Like, and Christians do that, or well, under the guise of Christianity, and you know, and pagans, like, there are evil people, and it doesn't matter what brand or what book you hide behind or what dogma or whatever, this, that, and the other. So it's on the person. It has nothing to do, if believe what you want to believe. But I say this because, you know, I've seen people like, well, who is it? What's her name? Doreen Virtue, who now says, you know, she's full on Bible thumping, and she's like, if you have crystals, you're going to hell. It's the devil. And it's just like, imagine you have that amount of following with people who use your tools, and now all of a sudden, especially for people that haven't claimed their sovereignty and were looking to you for guidance, and now you're telling them that you're going to hell. Like, it's such a mind fuck.
Well, it's the upside down world. It's just the confusion, right? Like, she's been pulled back into the play of, you know,
and hey,
this or that.
Do your thing. If that's what you believe, do your thing. But you don't need to tell everyone else, if you don't do it too, then you're going to hell. But I've repented, and now I'm making money with the church. I just don't make money anymore with my cards.
See,
because
my whole thing is, God is just fine. My relationship with God is just fine. You don't need to save me. You don't need to repent me. You don't need to come out and like, don't worry about it. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? I'm doing God. I'm all praying. God's doing me. You do you. We're good.
Stay in your lane, motherfucker.
Yep.
And but so I see this going on, and I say that because I light a candle and work with a crystal, or I pull an oracle card that says blessed, doesn't mean that I worship any of these things. I honor my creator. It's all from my creator. And Christ is beautiful. So I really wanted to sit with that when I was working with this new moon energy too, because, you know, the work that we do is, you know, helping people work through the trauma that keeps them from their true north. And that's a sliding scale. And so I really just wanted to clear that from my space where, look, and I experienced this in my personal life last year, where I felt like I was like, somehow the work that I've been like, this has been me for 22 years. Like, my spiritual practice has been it's been outside of the box, if you will. And I'm just fine. but
Yeah,
I
well,
base
you're protected.
yeah, but I basically had um like it came in like somehow all of a sudden I was of something else, and it really fucked with me. It really fucked with me. So I wanted that out of my space. I wanted to clear that. Like, no, I'm good. You do you. And if you, and you know, I see this a lot with well, I don't want to get too much into the politics of because
Yeah. Anyway,
it's
Soul Food Weekend.
yeah, Soul Food Weekend. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there. Well, no, I guess I probably did. I mean, that's part of I'm expressing to you part of what I was working with on this new moon energy, so that I can go fully into the new year and the new decade, knowing my true, like very like yes, I this is my true north path, and clearing out what wasn't working there, and for me, um, yeah, it was a lot
Well,
of
you're mastering your space in your head and your body and everything in your heart, you know, where, you know, the weekend can unravel in other ways, you know, when we're not mindful of that. And you're just bringing that discipline back into centeredness. You know,
yeah,
because when we were talking about using this dragon tree, you know, journal and stuff, it's like we both recognize that, you know, our souls are desiring some more discipline. We want more, you know, bringing it back into the center. So, you know, that's what Soul Food Weekend seems to be about.
well, and reminding myself, you know, a spiritual practice is about taking care of ourselves. And
Right.
so, yeah, like, okay, go to bed an hour earlier and get up an hour earlier, you know, feed the horses, do the beamer, then have some water, and then my cup of coffee. Like, deciding what works for me, and then going out on a ride, taking Tuna with me because she needs some exercise, even if it's a short ride, because the weather's so good. So, and because if I'm not doing that, I'm not I'm not honoring myself. My spiritual practice is honoring myself, and I feel better when I do it. So yeah, this book has really brought it home that, you know, I like journaling in the morning. I like taking that time, because this last year I definitely was not in necessarily the most disciplined practice. So yeah, getting back to that and just honoring that commitment. And what else did I work with? Oh, I love this. I got some, my neighbor gave me some
Love that.
sage. And so saging the house, you know, opening up
Good.
cupboards, really just letting, just saging the energy, and welcoming in the new year. So it was a good first new moon to set the stage for the upcoming year, and the upcoming decade. Um, so yeah,
So
what
I'd love
else?
it if you post some of your links for the Matt cons that you liked, and I will do the same so that everybody can kind of see what we were filling ourselves up with over this weekend.
I will. I'll download this to YouTube, and underneath it, I'll post the links that I really that
Sweet.
I enjoyed. Um, I feel I
Mine.
feel like I've just been a little scattered in saying this, because I'm still what I consider to be in soul food energy, and I'm kind of out here. So my apologies if I'm coming off a little spacey. I'm not very grounded right now because I've been floating in spiritual food for since Thursday. You know, but I'm gonna go out for a ride and sit with the horses a little bit, and that'll be nice, and I'll ground myself a little. I think are you there, or did you freeze? I don't know if she'll come back. She's on her way somewhere. Oh, up. No, we lost her. So yeah, sending you all a super happy weekend, and lots of love, to all of our new members, and happy true north, divine mission, divine purpose, divine timing. I'm going to now spray some clear space, sending you all a nice clear space. I'm going to spray some forgiveness, which I love. And yeah, have a beautiful weekend. Bye.